Chapter 1, The Man Who Refused to Give Up. The rain poured heavily over the city as students rushed across the campus of the prestigious Westbridge University. Among the crowd was a young woman carrying a stack of books almost taller than herself. At 20 years old, Amelia was known throughout the university for two things: her exceptional intelligence and her quiet nature. She wasn't interested in parties. She wasn't interested in popularity. She certainly wasn't interested in the sons of wealthy families who spent their weekends showing off luxury cars and designer watches. Amelia had dreams far bigger than that. Raised by hardworking parents who owned a small bookstore, she understood the value of every dollar earned. Success, to her, came from hard work, not family names. Little did she know that her life was about to change because of one stubborn young man. A very stubborn young man. Miss Hart, Amelia sighed. Without turning around, she already knew who it was. Ethan? A tall, handsome man jogged toward her, holding an umbrella. Ethan Sinclair. The infamous heir of the Sinclair family. Every woman on campus adored him. Every professor knew his name. Every business magazine had already written articles predicting he would someday inherit Sinclair Corporation. Yet Ethan's grades were average at best. His focus wasn't on studying. His focus was entirely on Amelia Hart. "You forgot your umbrella again," Ethan said, standing beside her. Amelia continued walking. "I didn't forget. You enjoy getting soaked?" "Not particularly." "Then why, I simply didn't bring one," Ethan laughed. For some reason, even her cold answers never discouraged him. Instead, they fascinated him. For 6 months, he had tried everything. Flowers? Coffee? Study invitations. Lunch invitations. Dinner invitations. Birthday gifts. Nothing worked. Amelia rejected every single attempt. Yet Ethan refused to give up. His friends often called him crazy. "You could date literally anyone," they told him. But Ethan wasn't interested in anyone else. The first time he saw Amelia had been during a business strategy competition. Every team had proposed ambitious plans to save a fictional company from bankruptcy. While others offered complicated solutions, Amelia presented a simple strategy that solved every problem. The judges were speechless. The audience gave a standing ovation. Ethan sat there staring at her. Not because she was beautiful. Though she was. But because she was brilliant. Confident? Different. While everyone else wanted attention, Amelia only cared about results. That day, Ethan knew one thing. He wanted to know her. The problem was, Amelia wanted absolutely nothing to do with him. 3 days later, Ethan walked into the university library carrying a large coffee. He immediately spotted Amelia sitting alone in her usual corner. He smiled. "Perfect?" Amelia looked up from her laptop. The moment she saw him approaching, she frowned. "Why are you here? Studying? You don't study." "Ouch! Ethan? Fine." He placed the coffee on her table. "I brought you your favorite." Amelia blinked. "How do you know my favorite?" Ethan grinned proudly. "You buy the same coffee every Tuesday and Thursday at exactly 8:15. There was a long silence. Amelia slowly closed her laptop. "Have you been stalking me?" "Observing." "That's worse. It sounds romantic if I say observing." Amelia shook her head. For the first time, however, she couldn't stop a small smile. Ethan nearly dropped his coffee. "You smiled." "No, I didn't." "You absolutely did." "No. You smiled. Leave before security removes you." Ethan laughed. And for the first time, Amelia didn't tell him to never come back. That tiny victory made Ethan's entire week. Months passed. Then a year. To everyone's shock, Ethan never gave up. He showed up whenever Amelia needed help. When she worked late, he made sure she got home safely. When she became sick during finals week, he spent 3 days delivering medicine and soup. When her father suffered a minor heart attack, Ethan drove her family to the hospital at 2 in the morning without hesitation. Not because he wanted something. Not because he expected a reward. But because he genuinely cared. Amelia noticed. Slowly. Carefully? against her better judgment. One evening, she finally asked him a question. "Why me?" Ethan looked surprised. "What? Why are you doing all this?" The setting sun painted the sky orange as they sat beside the campus lake. "You could have anyone." Ethan smiled softly. "I don't want anyone." "Why?" His expression became serious. "Because for once, he wanted her to understand. The first time I saw you, everyone was trying to impress the judges. Amelia listened quietly. But you weren't. You simply solved the problem." He looked into her eyes. "You don't care about money. You don't care about status. You don't care about my last name." Amelia remained silent. Ethan continued. "When I'm with you, I don't feel like Ethan Sinclair, heir to some corporation." He smiled. "I just feel like Ethan." For the first time in years, Amelia felt her heart skip a beat. She quickly looked away. Unfortunately, Ethan noticed. His smile widened. Was that a blush? No. It was definitely a blush. "Good night, Ethan?" She stood up and walked away. But Ethan couldn't stop smiling. Because he knew. The walls around Amelia Hart's heart were finally beginning to crack. 2 years later. Graduation day. The university auditorium was packed with proud families. Amelia stood at the podium as valedictorian. Her speech received thunderous applause. Among the audience, Ethan stared at her like she hung the moon. After the ceremony ended, Amelia walked outside. She immediately found Ethan waiting near a fountain. Dressed in a formal suit. Holding flowers. Again. "Flowers?" she asked. "You sound surprised. You've given me hundreds." "I know." He took a deep breath. For once, the confident Ethan Sinclair seemed nervous. Very nervous. His hands were trembling. Amelia noticed immediately. "Ethan?" Before she could say another word, he dropped to one knee. The entire courtyard fell silent. Students gasped. Families stopped walking. Even the birds seemed to pause. Amelia Hart. Tears immediately filled her eyes. Not because she was surprised. But because she knew exactly what was coming. "You are the smartest person I've ever met." A tear rolled down her cheek. "You make me want to be better." Another tear followed. "You challenge me. You inspire me. You believe in hard work more than luck." His voice shook. "And I have loved you every day since the moment I met you." The crowd watched breathlessly. Ethan pulled out a ring. "Will you marry me?" The world seemed to stop. For a long moment, Amelia simply stared at him. At the man who had spent years proving his love. The man who never gave up. The man who stood beside her through every challenge. The man she had fallen in love with without realizing it. Then she smiled. The most beautiful smile Ethan had ever seen. "Yes." The crowd erupted into cheers. Ethan looked frozen. "Yes?" he asked stupidly. Amelia laughed through her tears. "Yes, Ethan." Before she could say another word, Ethan jumped to his feet and wrapped her in his arms. The crowd applauded louder. And as Ethan held her close, he made a silent promise. A promise he believed he would keep forever. No matter what happened. No matter how much success he achieved. No matter how powerful he became. He would always love Amelia Hart. Neither of them knew that years later, that promise would be shattered. And the greatest love story of their lives would become the greatest heartbreak.